two key players for China there, Helen.
Sun Wen and Bai Ji up front. You know, Bai Ji used to be their defender, but she's come up front and she is a goal-scoring machine. She's also lethal. Watch for her to be very quick and very powerful on the attack.
And for Canada, Evan Pellerud starting the same 11 players that he started the last game, but a slight change in formation. It's officially a 4-4-2, however.
But not really a 4-4-2, because Neil, Matheson, and Timko will actually mine the center of the pitch. Lang will be on the right. This is so that when they're defending, those three midfielders stay in the middle. Latham and Sinclair will defend on their left, Lang on the right.
Canada in white, China in red, and we are about set to go here. The winner will play Sweden in the semifinals and will make it to the Final Four. The loser goes home here tonight. That's Andrea Neal laying it back to Isabelle Morneau, who knocks it forward. China will get the throw in here, and we've talked about what Canada has to do. They have to play that game they played so well against Japan and played so well before the World Cup. That's pressuring constantly, using their speed up front. They weren't able to do that against Germany, and they didn't do it against Argentina for whatever reason.
Well, it's very important that they pressure these defenders, because that's when they create errors. And that's what Canada is so good at. They have such a strong, physical, fast team, and when they use that to their advantage, it really works for them. Evan
Pellerud said before this game that, you know, we asked him what he thought, you know, if they could possibly lose this game or whatever, and he says, I don't think about losing. This doesn't cross his mind. He presents a game plan that's all about winning, and that's all that's on his mind. This throw in from Yu Ya Li. We'll see if China is able to put together that pinpoint passing attack that they're so well known for, but sometimes they knock it around a whole lot without really doing much with it in terms of offense.
Well, as a team defending against a team that likes to pass the ball around, they're not dangerous until they get it into your defensive third, and that's something that China has failed and struggled to do in this tournament.
Zhao Li Hong in deep against Tanya Dennis, who's been suffering from a bit of a cold flu-like symptom. She had some headaches and some dizziness and did not train much yesterday, but she's back in the lineup. And number 6 there, Zhao Li Hong for China. Taryn Swiatek getting the call in goal again. She's just playing so well, he can't take her out.
Well, you know, when you bring a keeper in and she performs as Taryn has in this tournament so far, she is incredible, and the biggest thing about her is her mental attitude. She's very strong under pressure.
Cara Lang knocking it forward. Brittany Timko picks it up for Christine Latham with a nice move to get in behind. Latham streaking in the right side. There's the cross for Christine Sinclair. Sinclair can't do much with it, tries to lay it back, and that play fizzles out, bouncing off the referee. The referee, for the record, is Carrie Seitz from the United States. The ball's still available here, and it's blown down by Seitz, the referee. Her assistants tonight are Carolee Sutton and Sharon Wheeler, also of the United States. But a great individual effort there from Christine Latham to kick things off for Canada.
Nice effort by Latham, gets a great cross in, and I don't know if Sinclair knew that she had a player behind her running in there, because she almost should have let that ball go by her.
Timko. Intercepted and knocked the other way by Wang Liping. She's the right side defender for China. China with 4 across the back here right now. This is Wang Liping with the throw-in. This is Fan Yunji. Takes a look, knocks it forward. Charmaine Hooper heads it out. It goes right to Sun Wen. Sun Wen, number 9 for China. Watch out for her. China now looking comfortable on attack with Hu Wei. Isabelle Morneau covering on the right side, the left side, pardon me. China still with it. Knocks it in front, but it's right to Taryn Swiatek.
And Isabelle Morneau went down on that last play. Not sure what's wrong with her, but she looks like she might be injured.
She's still down. Meanwhile, the play comes the other way, broken up there by Li Ji. And Morneau is still down, and the play is stopped here as referee Carrie Seitz goes over to have a look. And Isabelle Morneau, and this is bad news if she can't continue, because Morneau came on, got her first start in more than a year against Japan, and was solid back there.
Now maybe we can see what happened here to Isabelle Morneau. It looks like she went into this tackle with Beiji. Might be a knee injury.
Her left knee she's grabbing, and she's going to have to go off on the stretcher here. What Pellerud was able to accomplish was 2 goals by getting her into the lineup. First of all, she played extremely well, anchoring the left side of defense, and it also allowed him to move Brittany Timko into her more natural midfield position.
And that was such a key factor in Canada's last game against Japan, and maybe we can take a better look here and see what happened. Oh yeah, looks like it was her knee. Hyperextended their knee. That's not good for Canada. She is such an important player. They're low on defenders as it is, and
well, we've talked about it heading into the World Cup. Two of his mainstay defenders, Candace Chapman, she blew out her knee. She's gone for the tournament, gone for several months. So Pellerud's had to have a makeshift back line here. He's also missing Brianna Boyd, who's having problems recovering from concussion suffered during the summer. And now Isabelle Morneau goes down. Tanya Dennis recovered from flu symptoms, as I told you about earlier. He's got Sasha Andrews back there, able to put her in, but things are thin at the back. So they won't replace Morneau yet until we see if she can go. And she's up on her feet now at the end line as play continues here. And we'll see if she can get back into this game. Meanwhile, China coming forward with Pu Wei. Here's Timko. Timko still trying to go forward. Latham has it now. Back to Andrea Neal, who knocks it forward. Great move here, Canada in front. Shot and right at the keeper and makes the save. Canada looking good here on offense in the early going.
well, we talked about the weakness of China was their defending, and here we're seeing Canada take full advantage of that. Sinclair makes a nice run up that left-hand side. Great ball into Latham, and Latham just gets a foot on it, and hey, they get a corner kick out of it.
Han Wenxia with the save, and Canada with a corner kick here. Swung in by Timko, knocked away. So the first scoring opportunity goes to Canada. Isabelle Morneau trying to get back into the field. The header, Hooper scores! Captain Canada, the kamikaze defender she calls herself right now, opens the scoring.
And look at this great ball in. Charmaine Hooper times that perfectly over top of the keeper. You know, Charmaine can do everything, but one thing she's excelled at this year is her heading ability. And what an incredible connection with her head there. What a great finish.
Evan Pellerud playing the virtual game of his own on the sidelines, urging that ball into the back of the net. And judging by his gyrations, I think it had to help. Canada in the lead, 1-0. Here's Yu Yali. Isabelle Morneau back on the pitch for Canada. Knocked in by Zhao Li Hong. Tanya Dennis. Timko is there. And that's a foul going against Canada. Sun Wen, number 9, lining up, appearing as though she's ready to take this one.
She is dangerous on set plays. Watch for her to curl that into the top left-hand corner.
There's a shot, and that's what she's trying to do. And I'm not sure if Swiatek got it or if the crossbar did. Great effort by Swiatek to get up there, but I think it was off the bar.
And here's a look at Sun Wen. She is so dangerous. Look at the curve on that ball on top of the crossbar.
Sun Wen scored 7 goals in the 1999 World Cup. She scored just 1 here. This is her 4th, and as she says, last World Cup appearance. Will she go out in a flame of glory, or will it die here tonight in the quarterfinals on the pitch against Canada? Han Wenxia, the Chinese keeper, knocks it forward. Hooper steps up to knock it right back in there. This is Fan Yunji. Yu Liali. Back to Fan Yunji, under pressure from Carl Lang. Andrea Neal knocks it forward. Sinclair chasing it against Li Ji. And it will be China's ball.
You know, I always question those calls. I've talked about it on previous broadcasts, but she was obstructing the play. The Chinese defender was obstructing Christine Sinclair from getting to the ball, and she wasn't playing the ball. That's the difference. She's not playing the ball. That's obstruction. The call should go the other way to Canada. Here's a look at that last play. We see Sinclair going in. Ji Lee is holding up the ball, but she's not playing the ball. She's just pushing Sinclair back. That is her foul.
Meanwhile, here's Latham again into the corner. Lang screaming for the ball. The cross goes, however, right to the keeper, Han Wenxia. Canada looking solid here in the first 9.5 minutes of this contest. Morneau with the header. Timko.
Well, when I think back to the Russia-China game, the first half of that game, China looked brilliant, but Russia wasn't pressuring them. Much similar to the game they just played against Germany. China had all the time in the world, and when they do, they look brilliant on the ball.
Germany will play the United States in one semifinal. The winner of this game will play Sweden in the other. Both games coming your way here on Sportsnet this Sunday. Latham against Li Ji. Latham is tireless out there. Wang Liping knocks it forward. Trying to find Bai Ji in behind. Swiatek comes out.
Geralta Nonen did well to cover that ball as it went to Taryn Swiatek. Swiatek so comfortable and confident coming off of her line.
Yu Yali. Forward for Sun Wen. Across to Zhao Li Hong. Zhao Li Hong crosses one into the middle. Hooper heads it away to Timko. When Timko goes down, she's fouled.
I think she might have got an elbow in the face on that last play.
Brittany Timko gets up. That's what Canada has done in this tournament. Latham leading the way with 3. Sinclair joining her up front. Hooper with 2. A set piece, and she's a defender as well. Here's what's happened tonight.
A defender, but a goal scorer. Canada's best goal scorer. Brilliantly taken, brilliantly struck.
Throw in from Tanya Dennis to Lang. Lang can't get by the defender, but wins the ball again for Canada.
And what a tough game Lang's going to have today. She's got a lot of running to do. She's playing as a midfield role, but she will be pushing up as an attacker and defending in that position as well. So she's got a lot of work, and for a young 16-year-old, you know, it's amazing how much maturity she shows on the field.
Canada getting set to make a substitution already, so it appears as though Morneau is not going to be able to continue here now, and so off she comes. So for Isabelle Morneau of Greenfield Park, Quebec, this has to be terribly disappointing. She gave it a go after that early injury, but she can't continue, and so on comes Silvana Bertini, the 34-year-old from Williams Lake, BC. Bertini has come on as a substitute before in this World Cup. Bertini used to be a forward and as a striker, obviously, but has been called upon lately to help out at the back. Canada trying to attack here again. Latham moving up, knocked away that time by Bijan. Latham called for the foul. Belarus barking out instructions here.
And it looks like Canada's going to get called for any little push or shove they get, so something they should be aware of, but nothing they should stop, because this takes China right off of their game.
Canada known for their physical, robust play, as China on the attack here right now. Ball through for Sun Wen. Down she goes in the box. No foul there, however, and then Timko clears it for Canada. China back in possession. Hooper can't head it away, and it's knocked wide of the goal. China very quick on the attack. Bai Ji and Sun Wen.
Amazing to think that Bai Ji was once a defender. She's one of their best strikers right now. It's incredible to come from a position like that, but I guess it's the same. Canadian strikers being put on defense, and Charmaine Hooper proving that she can be the best in the world defending as well.
You saw Bai Ji listed as a member of the Washington Freedom of WWC, but China elected to keep all their national team players back from the WWC this season to prepare them totally for this World Cup, because they're here to win.
Well,
Sinclair brings that one down. Working is Fan Yunji. Here's Christine Sinclair. Shoots, and it's right at Han Wenxia. Another good opportunity for Canada and Christine Sinclair.
Well, good to see Sinclair getting in this game early. As we talked off the top, this is her second hometown. She goes to university here. She said she has a lot of fans coming to this game. A lot of friends from university and a lot of family from BC.
Throw in here from Yu Yali. Here's Liu Ling. Carl Lang causing trouble. You'll notice that Lang has come back. She plays as a midfield here. when Canada's defending. It's sort of an offset 4-4-2, as Pellerud describes it, with Lang sort of a swing person between right side midfield and attacker when necessary. Latham goes down. He's fouled.
I think that was called a handball.
Was it? Yes. No foul, it's a handball. You're right.
We take a look at Latham. Oh, it could have been a foul as well. Yeah.
She did come in hard on Christine Latham. At any rate, Charolta Nonen will put it in play here for Canada. Free kick swung in there. Latham had gone up for that, couldn't come down with it. Timko keeps it in for Canada. Sinclair trying to get to that one. No offside called. Sinclair unable to get there.
Jerry, you talked about China's preparations. After the '99 World Cup, they've had almost 100 international games to prepare them for this.
And Canada unable to get that through, but here comes a quick throw in from Silvana Bertini. That's Sun Wen laying it back. China deliberate now for Yu Ling. Into the middle to Bi Zhan. Matheson trying to get back quickly along with Timko to break that one up, but it's knocked forward by Bi Zhan. Here's Hooper. Hooper the other way. Latham can't get to that. Flag is up anyway.
Looked very close to me.
Yu Ying. Yu Yali. Bi Zhan. Into the middle. Matheson chasing unsuccessfully. Here they come again. Pu Wei in for Sun Wen. Sun Wen in position to strike, takes a shot, just misses the net. Well, the Chinese captain coming close.
She might not have scored a lot in this tournament, but look at the skill on her. Look at her go around the Canadian defenders and just wide. That was close.
Pellerud's antics are something to behold on the sidelines. Here's Charmaine Hooper. Tanya Dennis. Latham and Sinclair, the two strikers up front for Canada. Yu Ling. Let's go down to the sidelines. Lee Godfrey.
Jerry, I'm sitting in the stands with former Canadian national team member David Norman. David played in the World Cup for Canada in 1986 in Mexico. David, first of all, what are your impressions of this atmosphere here tonight?
Well, it's absolutely fantastic. Everything you'd expect a World Cup game to be. And first time I've seen women's soccer at this level, and both the game before and this game have been tremendous so far.
You've brought your whole family down here tonight. Small world story, Brittany Timko used to babysit your kids. Are you surprised or at all surprised to see her playing at this level?
Not at all. Actually coached Brittany when she was 10 through about 14, and she's always been a great player. And you know, it's just great to see that she made it to this level so quick, and the kids obviously love coming and watching her play.
David, thank you very much for your time. Enjoy the rest of the game.
No problem. Thanks, Lee.
Canada under a little pressure the last few seconds there, as you saw. Eventually it goes to Taryn Swiatek. China, always dangerous. Latham can't get that one forward to a teammate. Timko moves up to take control. Can't keep it in play.
Well, Jerry, the big debate with this Chinese side is that they can't score goals, but as we've seen in this game so far, and as I saw against Russia, they don't lack opportunities.
Bi Zhan. Into the middle to Zhao Li Hong. Forward for Bai Ji. Bai Shi gets around two defenders. Sun Wen to her left. Bai Ji, though, perhaps not a wise decision from there.
Well, the thing about Bai Ji is she's a quick player, but she doesn't always make the best decisions, and sometimes she holds on to the ball a little too long.
There's the babysitter that Lee Godfrey and David Norman were talking about a moment ago. Brittany Timko, still just 18.
I was just going to say, it couldn't have been too long ago.
Ball forward for Lang. Lang tried to cut that one across in front, couldn't get around on it quite enough. It goes to Han Wen-Xia. China defeated Ghana 1-0 in their first game. They were very unimpressive. Sun Wen had the goal. Then they drew Australia. Bai Ji had the goal. They weren't very impressive there either, and then they defeated Russia 1-0. Baiji had that goal. That was their last round-robin game. Canada, of course, you know their story. Losing to Germany, beating Argentina, and beating Japan. And that's where we are now, quarterfinals. Ball sent in for Sun Wen, who gets a header on it, and then Hooper is there to clear. Sun Wen, extremely dangerous.
Well, Canada has to be aware she's getting in behind the Canadian defenders, and nobody's marking her in there.
Dennis can't get rid of it. A lot of the play in China's zone. I think Diana Matheson clipped the Chinese player there, and here's Bertini in the corner, chased by Baiji, and Bertini just gets rid of it. So the momentum's swinging here a little bit. Canada off to a great start getting the goal. China starting to bring it to them a little bit. Bertini having replaced Isabelle Morneau. Out with a leg injury now. Hu Wei sends it in front. Swiatek is out there to grab it.
And on that play, you could see Sun Wen had two players around her, so Canada very aware of her strengths and her abilities and marking her a little tighter than they had in the first few minutes.
Ball goes all the way back to Han Wenxia. That one's blown down. As I said, close games for China. Only 3 goals in 3 games. And that's not very good to win your group. I don't know if that's a reflection on weak competition in that group. Perhaps it is, as all around China unable to really dominate anybody. Tough team to figure out the Chinese this time around. And there's a huge media contingent here from China, and they've been asking a lot of questions themselves about what's going on with this Chinese team.
You wouldn't think that coming from China all the way to the United States you'd have that much media, but apparently they have so much pressure on them to win and to do well in this World Cup.
Charolta Nonen sends it deep. Still in there, Lang was in behind. There were 2 defenders back there. Lang couldn't quite get a foot on that. Carl Lang scored against Japan and really came to life after she got that goal. Became an important player in the later stages of that game.
You almost have to remember that she's only 16 and she's still learning the game of soccer.
China moving the ball quickly here. Bijan for Sun Wen. Lays it back to Bijan. Latham has it. Behind Lang. Lang comes back to get it to Timko. China recovering with Bijan for Liu Ying. Sun Wen is way up front there, and so is Zhao Li Hong deep down the left side by Dennis. And there's the shot, and that's wide. And she got around Tanya Dennis perhaps a little too easily.
Well, Tanya Dennis doesn't have a lot of experience. We've got to remember this is her first few games of the Women's World Cup team. She just started playing with the team prior to this World Cup. Has done a tremendous job filling in those shoes. But you know, these Chinese players are probably some of the quickest, sharpest, fastest, most technical players in the world, so she's going to have a challenge on her hands today.
Tanya Dennis from Brampton, Ontario, just 18 years old, from the University of Nebraska. Here comes Sinclair against Li Ji. Sinclair has it, sends the ball over, doesn't get it across properly, and Han Wenxia covers up in goal for China.
Jerry, I haven't seen Sinclair touch the ball this much in the first 3 games total.
Here comes Yu Ya Li racing down the left side into the middle. There's Hooper to head it away. Yu Ying gives it to Fu Wei. Fu Wei works her way into the middle, chips it in forward for Sun Wen. Charmaine Hooper says, not this time, and gives it to Andrea Neal. He's taken down hard, and Neal's still down.
You know, it never ceases to amaze me how much composure Charmaine Hooper has in the back, you know. Such a pressure-filled position compared to the striker position where you can lose possession of the ball and it doesn't cause you a goal. You know, she's taken that role, really dominated the back and created a leadership back there.
Charolta Nonen will put this one in play. Nonen, pretty much the only veteran defender Evan Pellerud has. She's from Vancouver, 25 years old, sends it in there. Carl Lang chases it down to the right side. Tries to get by Zhao Li Hong, can't do it. Lang leaves it for Tanya Dennis. Dennis with the throw in. Neal gets it back to Dennis. There's her cross, and out comes Han Wenxia to make that save.
Not a bad cross. Andrea Neal had a couple players on that far post. Could have pulled it out a little bit more. But you know what the positive thing is? Canada is getting opportunities, getting the ball across.
Charmaine Hooper steps up to knock that one forward to keep it out of danger. Good tackle there by Christine Latham. Latham on the run. Tries to thread it through for Sinclair, couldn't get it there.
Oh, and she had Brittany Timko and Cara Lang on her right-hand side making that run as well, so don't know if she saw them.
Lang misfires a little bit, and she's slow to get up as China comes back with Yu Ying. All the way down for Bai Ji. Hooper's right with her, and there's Swiatek.
Well, it looked like Lang actually got kicked from behind, got her foot kicked out. Almost should have been a call for her on that one.
Appears okay right now. Neal heads that one forward, but there's Wang Liping to clear for China to Pu Wei. Pu Wei knocks it forward, but Hooper is there. Matheson looking up, and there's Li Ji.
Matheson's small, but she sure is mighty in there, isn't she? Feisty player.
And she's so quick to close down opponents in that midfield. Canada's ball here as Pu Wei charged with the foul. 25 minutes gone, almost 26 minutes gone. 1-0 Canada on the header from Charmaine Hooper. Cara Lang still growing. I was talking to Pellerud about it, and she's grown maybe the better part of an inch since last fall's Under-19 World Championships. And Latham unable to head that one towards goal. Canada, you know about the struggles in the first round, losing to Germany somewhat expectedly, but then playing very admittedly poorly against Argentina, winning 3-0, and then coming back, finding the grit and determination to beat China 3-1 to get here to the quarterfinals. Sun Wen goes to the far side with it. Ball sent into the box. And there's Swiatek, who shows great confidence in coming out for those balls. Karen Swiatek is 22. She's from Calgary and has not played a whole lot, had only 6 caps before this World Cup, and now makes her 3rd straight start.
Well, I knew she was destined to do amazing things when I saw her play her first international against the United States. Tied the game 1-1. She played amazing in that game, Jerry. Do you remember that game at Varsity Stadium?
Yeah, it was a great performance from her, great performance for the team all around. And right now, Evan Pellerud's in a situation where he simply has to play her. She's holding the hot hand, and she's the number 1, at least right now. Here's Bijan for Sun Wen. Nonan comes out to try and disturb it, and so does Andrea Neal, but they foul Sun Wen. Bai Ji is way up front right now. Zhao Li Hong down the left side.
Andrea Neal getting called on that foul.
And here's the free kick by Lai Ji. False start. There it is now, and it looks like it's a strike at goal. Of course it was, but it was way over the bar.
Probably not the best decision to strike it from that far
That was
back.
a long way out.
Way over the net. That's why I take covering it up, though.
Neal heads that forward for Latham. Li Ji, though, is there. Knocked forward by Bertini for Sinclair. She can't get there. Might have been a great break for Canada had she got that one. Meanwhile, here's China with Yu Yali to Zhao Li Hong, who stumbles and goes down and turns the ball over.
It's almost as if Sinclair was going for that ball and just hesitated with a little second, and the Chinese defender got in front of her.
Dennis. China recovering with Liu Ying. Bijan, back to Yu Yali for Zhao Li Hong. Dennis is there. Zhao Li Hong has it though, gets it in front, and there's another attempted header by China. And that was Bai Ji, but the flag was up anyway.
And that's another thing Canada has to be aware of. Those players are getting in behind. This one was called offside. Good play by Canada though, keeping that player offside.
China going for goals on those plays. They're not afraid to stretch in behind and not worried about the offsides, it seems, and they've been called a couple of times. Timko tries to head that forward.
That's right, that went off the Chinese player.
Off the Chinese player, so Canada will have it here. Lang leaves it for Dennis. Sinclair. Latham did good work at allowing Brittany Timko to knock it forward, but she couldn't find Latham. Li Ji with room to run up the middle, so she goes for Sun Wen. She lets it go for Zhao Li Hong. Tanya Dennis, good tackle.
My concern right now is that Canada's right-hand side, Tanya Dennis, and she's struggling a little bit with Zhao Li Hong. Zhao Li Hong is a quick player, changes direction very fast. That's the big difference. Zhao Li Hong changes direction very fast. That's something Tanya Dennis probably isn't very strong at. So it's something to be aware of in this as this game continues.
And not used to either. They seem to be exploiting that side. Ma Liangjing, the Chinese coach, that might be part of his game plan, is trying to exploit Tanya Dennis down the left side with Zhao Li Hong. Lang heads that one forward. Knocked over by Yu Yali and then cleared by Fan Yunji. Timko tries to go forward, China breaking that up. Hu Wei, the far side. Wang Liping. Into the middle to Bijan. Latham to Sinclair. Sinclair with no help, trying to hold it up and waste time. Andrea Neal comes up.
Sinclair tried to hold that ball up, but you're right, Jerry. She had no one helping her out. Latham should have ran towards the left to go across Sinclair. That was only Sinclair's option, and unfortunately Sinclair tried to hold on to it as long as possible, but couldn't do much with it.
Here's Yu Yali. Zhao Li Hong. There's the cross headed away. China, though, still in control. Yu Ying, the far side. Ping gets it into the middle. China really working their way deep into Canada's territory here with some good passing and some aggressive play. Diana Matheson back. Gets it to Sinclair. Neal. Her clearance goes off Li Ji.
What China's strength is finding their open man. It's amazing. I don't know how they find that open player, but almost every time China has an open man anywhere on the field, the ball is going to get to her.
Here's Bijan. Over the head of Charolta Nonan. Who would be expected, I think, to help out in behind Tanya Dennis when those plays come down that left side. But it's tough because you can't leave your own area exposed either at the same time. Here's Pu Wei.
That's right, Jerry. As soon as she moves over, either Bai Ji or Sun Wen are going to be open in the midfield, and you don't want that. They're two of the most dangerous strikers.
Here's Lang for Sinclair, who tries to flick it forward, but it's taken by Fan Yunji. China regrouping again. Possession game they play. We knew that would be the case. Here's Zhao Li Hong. Back to her, falls over Diana Matheson. Sinclair is back. And they're going to need those forwards to come back. There's Latham. Matheson. The ball wobbles down into the Chinese zone where it's recovered by Li Ji. Zhao Li Hong. Here's Liu Ying. Sun Wen has it. Bai Ji is up front. Sun Wen gets it to Bai Ji, tries to square for a shot. Hooper, though, is there. Who else? And Hooper comes away with it. Chinese supporters looking for a foul against Hooper. There's Latham offside.
Well, Hooper is given that freedom to move forward when she sees that space open. She did well there. Unfortunately, those two strikers weren't making any runs for her. If we look at that, Latham was trying to move forward, was in an offside position, but Sinclair or Latham weren't making proper runs. They should have been crossing each other so that Charmaine Hooper would have had someone to give the ball to.
Here's Fan Yun-ji. Liu Ying in for Pu Wei. Timko is there for Neal. For Latham, up against Fan Yun-ji. And it goes to Yu Yali. Here's Liu Ying. Sun Wen has it. Sun Wen to the far side to Wang Liping. Good move by her. In for Pu Wei. And China wins a corner kick out of it. 10 minutes to go plus stoppage time in the first half. Charmaine Hooper, a tower of strength at the back, moving forward as needed. Don't forget our next game in the baseball playoffs, the first round, San Francisco, Florida, tomorrow afternoon. And we'd like to thank Major League Baseball for understanding the importance of Women's World Cup soccer, allowing Sportsnet to broadcast this game live for you to our Canadian viewers, and we'll resume our coverage of Major League Baseball's playoffs tomorrow afternoon. Here's the corner kick from China. Good one in there. Swiatek didn't know whether to come or go. Didn't matter in the end. Latham is back to help out against Liu Ying.
Latham solid there, won that head ball. Challenge for the ball afterwards.
Liu Ying for Bijan. Yu Yali. Hooper there to head it away. She's done that a half a dozen times already in this game. Zhao Li Hong. Matheson on her. It's back to Liu Ying. Li Ji, far side to Wang Liping. Liu Ying. Here's Zhao Li Hong. China playing keep away. Here they go, and there's a shot, and they fizzle again with Bijan, but they're working it around nicely. I'm calling nothing but Chinese names right now.
Well, that's what we expected coming into this game. China likes to keep possession. Look at that nice touch by Sun Wen. Just not a good strike on net, but you know, that player was wide open. There was not a Canadian player in sight on that strike. Bijan wide open.
Timko missed that header. Latham gets to it. China recovers the ball, though, with Zhao Li Hong. Here's Wang Liping. For Bai Ji. Sun Wen is up front in the middle. And Charmaine Hooper's not letting her have any room at all.
You know, Jerry, we've been saying that the entire tournament, Charmaine Hooper is playing like there's no way you're going to score a goal against me on defense. And she continues it today. She's a leader on the field, and you know, she's a silent leader. She's not the outspoken player that you expect from, you know, an Andrea Neal or a typical leader, but she just plays her game and does it very well.
China's had the ball 61% of the time so far in this game. Not really surprising.
No, it's exactly what we expected, and I think Canada's doing a really good job defensively. You're seeing no players are running left to right. They're playing, shifting players to the right when China moves to the right, and then shifting players to the left, so they're not tiring out defensively, which is a really good thing, because this is going to be a tough game for 90 minutes.
Lang heads that forward, but it goes right out, and so Canada turns it over. There's Yu Yali. Has to go back, no other option but to give it to Fan Yun-ji. Sinclair for Neal. Neal is looking for Latham. Latham is in there, just couldn't quite corral that one against Fan Yun-ji. And China comes back.
Perfectly placed ball by Andrea Neal, right in front of the defender on the run where Christine Latham was going. Just Christine Latham couldn't get in there. Back to Bijan. Into the middle.
Sun Wen tries to deflect that one forward, but there's Silvana Bertini. Bertini, she's got room, still looking to move the ball.
Well, there's no striker moving into that position, though. There's absolutely no movement from the striker.
Bijan forward to Zhao Li Hong. Zhao Li Hong in for Sun Wen. Bai Ji's ahead of her. Here's Sun Wen with a shot that goes off the back of Charmaine Hooper. Swiatek taking time right now. Into the last 5 minutes or so, plus stoppage time in the first half. Charmaine Hooper's goal has held up. It's 1-0 Canada. Liu Yang sends it back. Bijan to Yu Yali. Back to Bijan, back to Yu Yali. And now here goes China again, knocking it around. Fan Yuanji to the far side to Wang Liping.
And that's okay. You don't mind when a team's just playing possession and knocking it around in their back end. It's not dangerous for Canada.
Here it is, though, with Sun Wen trying to get it through to Bai Ji. Bertini is defending against her, and that's blown down. It's offside again by China, so they do tend to commit a lot of offsides.
They do, and perhaps that's a lack of experience for Bai Ji as a striker. She's only been playing striker for 1 year, but what helps her up there is her quickness, and I guess that's kind of to her detriment because she gets in behind the defenders and is offside.
Neal, good in the air, got that one forward, but China recovers. Yu Yali, Zhao Li Hong. Lang is over there to watch her. Zhao Li Hong keeps going, however. Room in the middle. Matheson tries to pressure her. She sends it across to Wang Liping. There it is into the middle. China still in possession of it in the box. There's Matheson with some room, and she gets rid of it. Sinclair working on Li Ji, and Sinclair gets called for that one.
And that was a good call. I don't know why Sinclair didn't move towards the ball. Sometimes she gets a little lazy in those circumstances, you know. She should be moving towards the ball, getting possession of the ball, but she lets that defender get in front of her, just one step in front of her.
This time Carl Lang called for the foul, and I think the referee, she's bringing out the yellow card to Carl Lang for that foul on Yu Yali. So Carrie Seitz of the United States has seen fit to caution Carl Lang for that challenge on Yu Yali.
Well, if we look at that tackle, it could have been called. It was a good call.
She came in there late with the right foot. And so Carl Lang has been booked by Carrie Seitz. Yu Yali is up and will take this free kick. Instead of driving it deep, she sends it across to Yu Ying, and China move it around again. There it's sent in deep. Zhao Li Hong. Dennis is there again. There's the cross, and it's on top of the net.
A little surprising when you've got a free kick at that position that you'd actually want to pull it back when you've got players in there for the cross. But that's something that China has been criticized about. Playing the ball around a little too much and just not getting those balls forward.
Well, and I would think if Canada's confident they can prevent them from penetrating, they'd be happy to let them knock it around all night back there. Canada's got the goal.
Must be slippery out there because I've seen a few players sliding on this grass.
Latham. Two Chinese players there. Latham never gives a quarter, never gives an inch, and she gets that call.
She's probably one of the hardest workers I've ever seen. I was reading an article on Latham and how surprising she's been in this World Cup, and I guess not to me. That's what I expect from her. That's what I've seen her do. I've seen her play since she was young, playing in the Snickers Cup, and you know, she just continues to keep up that intensity.
She's like your typical Canadian hockey player, isn't she? The kind Don Cherry would love. Charmaine Hooper taking her time to get this ball back in play. The free kick as Han Wen-Xia directs traffic in front of her. comes from Hooper. That's a good one into the box. And it just goes wide.
Sinclair might have got stepped on there. Seems to be limping.
Whenever Charmaine Hooper steps up to take a free kick or a corner kick, you know it could be dangerous. 1 minute will be added on here. That's all, just 1 minute. And we're 30 seconds away from that. Charmaine Hooper's goal has Canada in front 1-0. Here's Fan Yunji. Cut out by Brittany Timko. However, she then loses the ball. Sun Wen gives it back to Bijan. Here's Bijan's shot. And Taryn Swiatek held her ground and looked very solid in that one.
And that was all because of Sun Wen's brilliance. A brilliant touch back to Bi. Not a bad strike, but Taryn Swiatek is going to take a lot more to beat her.
Here's Latham. Sinclair in front. Sinclair is the only Canadian player up there as Latham dipsy doodles in the corner here, killing time, but eventually losing the ball. Well, maybe not. She came right back, and Carl Lang is up there to help her now, and the two of them are doing marvelous work in there.
You know, Carl Lang and Christine Latham, two players you'd love to have on your team, but you hate to play against. They were playing against 3 or 4 Chinese opponents and fighting for that ball and did an amazing job.
Well, Latham looked beaten. She had lost the ball and came right back, and between her and Latham, they were able to get it back again and get a cross or a half a chance towards goal. Here's Fan Yunji. Yu Yali. Nolan oversteps it a little bit, allowing Baiji to get in there. And here's Sun Wen trying to break free as well. And Taryn Swiatek is there. You have heart palpitations when these things happen with Sun Wen and Baiji.
But Charmaine Hooper was covering that one well. You could see her not allowing Sun Wen to get a chance to touch that ball.
And so there's the halftime whistle. The Chinese players, their body language says they're a little bit frustrated, a little bit disgusted by the way things went in the first half. Charmaine Hooper comes up with that header in the early going, and Canada has the 1-0 lead on China here in the quarterfinals. Canada playing the game they know they have to play, weathering the storm and absorbing the pressure for the most part.
And what's good to see is, you know, a lot of people questioned if Canada could pull up their intensity. After the first 2 games, they struggled. They played a little bit better against Japan. And you know what? This is the Canadian team that I remember seeing in the summer.
And so the score after 45 minutes of play from PGE Park in Portland, it's Canada 1, China 0. Halftime show coming up. Okay, thank you, Lee. Well, you heard it from the horse's mouth right there. Pellerud's strategy for the second half, work harder, which is the bad news because they've been working as hard as they can probably, but bringing Christine Sinclair back a little bit.
Well, you know, that's not a bad decision. The good thing about Christine Sinclair, she's such a smart player. You can count on her not only to be defensively smart, but also to put those balls into Latham, who'll be up front.
Canada back out onto the pitch before the Chinese team, and Hooper looked like she was staring them down, waiting for them to come out. Okay, the keys to the game here in this second half. That's what it is.
That's what it is, and I think that's what they've done in the first half. They definitely defended as a unit. You never saw the midfield far separated from the defenders, so they did a good job staying together. They were patient, and they attacked quickly. You know, that's something they could probably do a little more of this half, attack a little faster, get those balls in behind the defenders, because it's been proven Christine Latham can beat these Chinese defenders.
So 45 minutes is all that stands between Canada and a berth in the semifinals of the Women's World Cup. They've never been that far. They've never been this far. No Canadian team, man or woman, has ever been to the quarterfinals, and Canada now looking ever closer to getting a berth in the semifinals. No substitutions for either side as we start the second half, and we are now underway with Andrea Neal knocking it deep into the Chinese zone. Sinclair moves up and then backs off just a little bit as China will attempt to come forward here. We'll see if they're as methodical as they were in the first half, with that tendency to knock the ball around a whole lot before getting it deep into the zone. Here we go with Pu Wei. Into the middle to Fan Yunji. Lang comes up but is unable to get that ball. Timko then for Sinclair. Back to Timko. Finds Latham in the middle. Dennis.
Well, one thing I like so far in this game is that Canada's actually playing some balls to feet. We saw a couple passes just being knocked around there, and that's good to see because you create a lot more chances when you knock the ball around and then knock a long ball in.
Here's Fan Yunji. China now getting a little bit farther forward. It's taken forever for them to do it. And there's Baiji, knocked away by Dennis.
Christine Latham has a tough job up there. She's the lone striker with 3 Chinese defenders around her.
Wang Liping. Here's Bertini. Foul going Canada's way.
You know, you haven't noticed Diana Matheson, perhaps us calling her name, but she has done a tremendous job really challenging in the midfield and winning possession of the ball in there. Such a hard worker.
Here's Charolta Nonan. Sent in deep, headed forward by Neal. Timko keeps it in there. Latham tried to send it back to Neal, unsuccessfully. And China have it. Wang Liping into the middle. That's Bijan. Far side for Yu Yali. She sends it way over to the other side, and Wang Liping. And here we go.
And that's okay. You don't mind them knocking those balls, especially when they're in their own end.
And they go back to start it again with Li Ji. Zhao Li Hong unable to move forward. Now they're coming forward into the middle to Pu Wei. Here's Bertini for Canada. Getting by one, but couldn't keep the ball in play. Lee Godfrey standing by. Lee.
Jerry, the pitch here at the Women's World Cup has been specifically brought in for the tournament. Normally it is AstroTurf for baseball. So that's the bottom level is the AstroTurf. They put down a layer of plastic and then they put down the sod. So they've been doing some heavy watering on the pitch to keep it good for the games. And if you're that big of a World Cup fan, you can own a piece of the pitch. It is up for sale after the tournament is over, and you can put this in your backyard if you're that big of a fan.
Okay, Lee. Canada trying to mount something now. Long ball for Sinclair over everybody's head, including Li Ji, but there's Sinclair nearly getting away.
Well, the Chinese defender just was watching that ball come across, and Sinclair wasn't letting up, and she almost got well, she did get a piece of it, but almost got control of it after that.
Yu Yali sends it forward. Sun Wen tries to flick it on to Bai Ji. There's Dennis to knock it away. Back in play quickly. This stadium built in 1926. Lee was talking about AAA baseball. They play AAA baseball here. They play college football. And of course the Women's World Cup. Built at a cost of $500,000 in 1926 and renovated at a cost of $40 million a couple of years ago. Here's Pu Wei as China in close, headed away by Hooper, but there's a strike, and it's Swiatek. Very calm on her line there, under pressure, but you wouldn't know it.
Well, what a composed goalkeeper. You know, that's exactly what you want. Playing in important games like this, the most important player to keep her composure is your goalkeeper, and she just does that so well.
Here's Latham. The ball deflected. Out comes Han Wen-Xia, however, to cover up, but the defender knocked it right off Latham, and she nearly had a break. Terrence Swiatek, great on that last play.
Well, here we go, Terrence Swiatek. Charmaine Hooper heads that one out, calmly picks that one up. So focused on that ball.
Yu Ying sends it back to Li Ji, cross to the other side. Now forward for Zhao Li Hong. Here we go with Wang Liping. Hooper comes forward to put on the pressure. Ball is sent in. Nonan misses it. Bai Ji is there. Nonan gets back and Dennis clears. Neal heads it forward. Li Ji for Sun Wen. Matheson, though, wins that battle, but her ball goes right to Li Ji.
you know, if there was something I would complain about Matheson, is just that final ball doesn't seem to be perfect. She seems to have just lose that possession, unforced errors, and I think that's something that's going to come as she plays more.
Diana Matheson, a little spark plug for Canada. She's just 19 years old, from Oakville, Ontario. Had only played 13 times before this World Cup for Canada.
But you know, I saw her come into the midfield in the summertime and I just thought, wow, where did this girl come from? She made such a huge difference on this Canadian side, and she's making a big difference in this World Cup. Just her work ethic and her ability to win balls and tackles.
Bijan sends it into Zhao Li Hong. There's a cross in front, and Swiatek comes out to thwart Sun Wen. China getting opportunities and breaking through a little bit here in the last few minutes. Still early in the second half.
But if Terrence Swiatek continues to play like she's playing, she's going to be a huge impact player in this game.
Neal misses on that tackle. And then she fouls Pu Wei. Pu Wei, as you can see, showing no signs of getting up. And out comes the yellow card for Andrea Neal from Carrie Seitz, the referee. Pu Wei is on the sideline, so play will continue here very likely.
And here we look at that last play, and I think you're going to see Andrea Neal come in and just go in hard. It's a good call by the referee.
Pu Wei is up. China will take their time before getting this ball going. Wang Liping. Ji across to Yu Ying. Far side, and Fan Yunji chips one in there. Bai Ji's got it. Sun Wen has it. Always dangerous. Hooper with the header to clear. Timko then gets rid of it. Neal chasing. Neal knocks it forward to Latham. Back for Neal. And Neal knocks it down. Latham chasing hard. China will get it, however. Latham against Li Ji. Christine Latham, there's no quit there.
And that was a nice ball by Andrea Neal. Latham perhaps could have made a run a little bit earlier. I've been saying that in the first half that those strikers aren't making those runs for those balls to come in, and that was another instance. She held off her run, but Andrea Neal, seeing that she had the space, put it in there, and then Latham made her run.
Timko steps up and knocks it forward. Latham was going a little bit the other way, and Latham is pretty much the only striker right now as Sinclair has dropped back. It's pretty obvious.
And she looks fatigued out there. I mean, she's been running a lot, and she's going to have to run a lot throughout the rest of this half, and she's struggling in this half so far.
Cooper sends it forward. Timko can't keep it going forward as it's Pu Wei the other way. Matheson back. Lang steps in front of Zhao Li Hong though, and then gets it forward to Latham, who tries to flick it for Sinclair. Sinclair though will be outrun to that ball by Wang Liping. In case he decides to go to his bench, Evan Pelleroute has Rianne Wilkinson, a striker from Montreal, a young one, who's 21. She has played a fair bit in this World Cup, and she has lots of speed, and she might be some fresh legs that he'll be thinking about a little later on.
Well, that might be a good option, because right now you're noticing that Canada looks tired out there.
Here comes China with Sun Wen. Ball across to the far post. China coming closer each and every time. Zhao Li Hong there and Sun Wen combining.
And Sun Wen, she is the playmaker on this team. She looks up, sees players running in. Tanya Dennis lets her opponent get a foot in.
No harm done eventually. 1-0 Canada. Goal by Charmaine Hooper. If you're watching at home, that clock in the upper left corner of your screen is probably moving way too slowly for you now.
Well, this is going to be a nail biter of the second half, Jerry.
Here's Matheson. Latham for Lang. Lang can't get around on that ball, and it goes all the way down to Han Wenxia.
I'd love to see Lang just make a run down that right-hand side. She's got speed, she's got strength. Something she should really try to take more advantage of.
This is Li Ji. Ball goes off Andrea Neal.
Andrea Neal struggling with a hamstring injury. I've seen her hobbling a little bit in the first half, a bit in the second half, and hopefully she can hold out for this game.
Bai Ji, back to Wang Liping. Matheson for Latham. Couldn't get it to Sinclair. Hooper steps up. Good work by Charmaine Hooper, and just about sent Sinclair on her way. Noonan with the header.
You could hear the audience in awe. Charmaine moved forward and so tricky with the ball at her feet.
Here's Neal for Latham. Back to Neal. Neal with the ball that Sinclair doesn't even bother chasing. It's too far. Looking for Sun Wen in deep. And the offside flag is up anyway. China trying to get a substitution in. Out of the game will be Zhao Li Hong. And into the game is Ren Li Ping. So that's the first substitution of this game. Zhao Li Hong, who was giving Tanya Dennis fits down that left side, is now out of the game in favor of Ren Li Ping.
And I wonder if they're just putting fresh legs out there, because the last few minutes, Tanya Dennis has been keeping up.
Sinclair almost getting in behind there. Bertini has moved up on the left side. Sinclair back to Neal. Looking for Latham, who goes down hard with Fan Yunji.
Latham's strong, but the one thing about this Chinese side is they position themselves well. They're not as strong as Latham. They're not as strong as a lot of the players on the Canadian side, but they position themselves so that the Canadian player can't get near the ball, and that's exactly what happened there with Latham.
This is Li Ji. Wang Liping. Neal trying hard to get back. There's Wang Liping's cross over the head of the woman who just came on, Ren Liping.
Well, I'm a little concerned with this right-hand side, Canada's left-hand side going forward. They seem to be pushing that ball to that right defender who's moving up and attacking down that right-hand side. And Andrea Neal, not one of the fastest players on the Canadian side, is going to struggle with that.
Wang Liping is that player number 20 who's coming down the right side a lot. Let's see if they continue to try and force the issue there. Here's Sinclair looking for Latham offside. Pretty much 2/3 of the way through this game, just about an hour gone, 30 minutes to go. Charmaine Hooper's goal, holding up. Here comes China again. Back is Timko. Lee Godfrey standing by. Lee?
Mary, in the first half, we did see quite a few of the Canadians slipping around on the pitch, and at halftime, I did see equipment manager Jamie Fales with the studs out for the boots, so there was a definite adjustment made in the footwear to some of the Canadian players to try to keep the footing out there the second half.
Dennis breaking that play up. Liu Ying sends it to the side, now all the way clear across for Wang Liping. Into the middle, Hu Wei, there's Hooper. Lang though, struggling against Ren Liping. Wang Liping. Neal back, but fouling Hu Wei.
You know, my concern, Andrea Neal already has a yellow card, and she can get, you know, when she gets behind a player, she tends to tug on their shirts, and, you know, you never know, this referee might want to give her a yellow card at one of these times, and Canada would be down a player if that happened.
Sun Wen with the free kick. Canada with everybody, absolutely everybody back. Here it is from Sun Wen, and out comes Swiatek one more time, as she has done all night long.
Wow.
I don't know if I've ever seen Canada with everybody back inside the box on free kicks.
And I don't know if I've ever seen a keeper play as well as Terrence Swiatek has this game.
That ball too far or out of the reach of Christine Latham, and so China coming back one more time. Nonen knocks that one away. Cara Lang comes back to clean up. And Cara Lang has a run going down the right side right now with plenty of space. Here's Cara Lang, and it goes off of Fan Yunji.
And I'm so happy Cara Lang made that run. That shows how much speed she has. She has been beating those Chinese opponents, but she just hasn't been running at them as much as I'd like to see her. And she did it just then, and that just proves she's faster than these players. She should take advantage of that.
Here's the throw in from Canada. Into the box. The far side, no Canadian players there. Wang Liping comes out with it. Into the middle where Sun Wen sends it across looking for Pu Wei, but it goes into touch.
And we've noticed Sun Wen has taken more of a playmaker role. She's actually moved back. In the first half, she was playing farther ahead with Beiji as a striker. Now she's moved back as an attacking midfielder supporting the striker. Beiji staying up front as the target.
Now Liang Jing, the coach for China, has to get a goal here somewhere, somehow. Latham called for that foul and complaining.
Well, you've been seeing obstruction throughout this whole game and throughout this whole tournament. And, you know, she's pretty much doing the same thing here, holding the player off as she's trying to get possession of the ball, but she gets called for it.
Inconsistent sometimes on that play. The obstruction, China sending it back. Li Ji. Wang Liping. In for Sun Wen, who's there. There's a shot, missing the net.
Wow, that was a quick turn by Sun Wen with the outside of her foot. Had Charmaine going that direction.
Our next coverage of Major League Baseball Division Series will be tomorrow, San Francisco against Florida. And at this point, we'd like to thank Major League Baseball for understanding the importance of Women's World Cup soccer, allowing us, under the terms of our agreement, to broadcast this game live to our Canadian viewers. And baseball returns to Sportsnet tomorrow. Here's Charmaine Hooper now for Sinclair. Andrea Neal missing on that tackle against Pu Wei. Sun Wen sends it back to Wang Liping. There's the toss into the box, headed away by Nonen. Cara Lang is back, challenged by two players, gets it out of there.
Cara Lang playing a defensive role in a lot of this game and doing a great job keeping her positioning, keeping the defensive shape, pressuring when she has to.
China getting ready to make a substitution here. Out of the game comes Liu Ying, and into the game is number 8 for China, Zhang Ouying. So a substitution for China into the game, Zhang Ouying. China coming forward again. Timko steps up to break it up, and now Lang is going the other way. Sun Wen chasing. Lang's ball over everyone's head all the way to Han Wen-Xia.
And you know what? Latham is tired in there, and she's not making any runs, helping out. Lang needed Latham to make a run down that right-hand side, and she just stayed in the middle.
Belarus has made one substitution. Silvana Bertini coming on early for Isabelle Morneau, who went down with a leg injury in the early going of this game. There's Diana Matheson getting called for the foul, and That one is not a
Absolutely
popular call.
not. That was not a foul. Absolutely not. She did a great job keeping the ball, didn't let the player get near the one possession of the ball cleanly. That's a terrible call.
Sun Wen with a free kick. Danger is here. We've seen it before. Once again, Canada, everybody back, and there's the shot. And that time it was a weak effort, and Sun Wen is gesturing towards her teammates as if they're the ones who screwed up.
No, I think on that play, that was just a poorly taken strike by Sun Wen.
Here's Swiatek. Here's Sun Wen. Sun Wen with an opportunity again. Sends it across. Hooper gets ahead on it to clear it out of harm's way, and then Lang follows up.
Well, Hooper was not going to let her player make it through because Charmaine Hooper made a mistake. Her man got through. She came back and won possession of that ball again.
Canada committing lots of fouls. That's their style. Robust play. Get the other team off their game. And it's happening a lot here, but they'll have to be careful. They can't afford too many more yellows. Ren Li Ping. Stepping forward, Wang Li Ping. Into the middle. It rolls around through everybody. Still not out of danger. There's a shot, and again, Swiatek is there.
Well, it's this right-hand side constantly, Jerry. They're coming down this right-hand side. Andrea Neal maybe suffering a little bit from her hamstring, but not able to keep up with these Chinese players moving through.
Sinclair. Not much room to work. Neal. Bounces to Sinclair. Sinclair keeping it in play. Great work from Christine Sinclair. And it finally goes out. China quickly getting it back in play.
You know, Canada getting called all the time.
And here's Bai Ji against Charolta Nonen, and Swiatek is there to cover up.
What a play.
Dangerous moments. Great play by Nonen. Bai Ji is fast.
Wow, Charolta Nonen, look at this. Shoulder to shoulder. Keeps Bai Ji away from the ball. I'm not sure how she did that, but a tremendous defensive play by Charolta Nonen.
Neal. For Latham. Bumping with Bijan, and Latham gets called.
You know what, Jerry? I think anything Canada's doing with their strength is going to get called.
Evan Pellerud, just so you know, has been warned by FIFA for leaving the area around the bench. There's a restricted area that he's supposed to stay in, and you've seen him before, how into the game he gets, and he has been wandering out of there too much, and he has been warned, so we'll have to keep an eye on that for you.
Well, it's a little frustrating, Jerry. You see these games, and you know, obstruction's not called one way, called the other, and the reality is Canada is a stronger team. They are going to be stronger than the opposing teams, and the other opponents are going to fall down.
Here's the cross, comes in again over the net. That one taken by number 8, Zhang Ying. Evan Pellerud lives and dies with everything, and this is the play apparently where he went too far, and there's the warning. You can see the FIFA official there, and he's taking a lighthearted approach to about it. I guess it's a bit of a friendly warning, but it's like, get back into your own territory.
Well, I think he's wondering why Canada is getting called on those plays, because that's not a foul.
Wang Li Ping. Hooper again is there. Matheson comes back. Timko to Neal. For Latham. Sinclair. Back to Timko. To Lang. Lang trying to get around Yu Yali. Lang still with it. Still with it. There's Lang's cross. Up comes Sinclair. Trying to get a shot. And a rebound off the keeper is cleared away by China. Latham was up there, couldn't quite get a foot on it. The keeper had come out, and China gets away with that one. Canada coming oh so close. The best opportunity since the goal by Hooper early in the game.
And that comes from Lang's hard work. You know, this is the best game Lang has played, and here's that opportunity. Christine Sinclair just doesn't get a strike off, tries to pop it through. Latham goes in sliding, and what a great opportunity for Canada. This is Lang's best game so far. She's played consistently well throughout this entire game, defensively, offensively.
And Christine Sinclair has stepped it up as well, I think. Here's the ball sent in. The referee, Kari Seitz, doesn't like what's happening in the box. And I think we'll be doing that all over again. Inside 20 minutes now, plus injury time. There's the ball sent in, but that's offside. Canada has a player up in the bench. There you go, Rianne Wilkinson. Looks like she might be getting set to come in. We've speculated about that. Some fresh legs up front. And she's a robust player as well.
She's got speed too. So watch for her to make a lot of runs up front.
Bennett sends the ball downfield, retrieved by Yu Yali. Here comes Li Ji. The middle. Sun Wen. There's another shot and another good save by Swiatek. That one might have been, well, it was too close to call. It's a great save by Swiatek to get over there against number 8, Zhang Ying.
You can definitely feel confident with Swiatek in net.
Latham chests that one down nicely for Diana Matheson, but her ball into the middle goes right to Fan Yunji.
Unfortunately, when Canada's attacking, they don't have many players up, and they're not going to push too many players up. They want to keep their defensive shape, and that's their top priority right now.
Canada trying to get Rianne Wilkinson into the game, and they will do that now. And coming out of the game is Christine Latham. Christine Latham has given Evan Pellerud 72 great minutes here of nothing but all-out attack with reckless abandon, and so now she will take her place on the bench and give way to Rianne Wilkinson of Montreal, 21 years old. 3 goals for Canada, and she will add some fresh legs up front here to see if Canada can hold off the final challenge from China.
And Latham should be proud of her performance. She left it all on the field.
Pu Wei. Sun Wen back to Pu Wei. Lang challenging, the ball sent in. Over everybody. Unfortunately for Canada, it's just too far for Zhang Ying.
But it is a corner kick.
Another corner kick to China. And it'll be Zhang Ying to take it. Not being a lot of corner kicks in this game. Here's this one sent through, headed away by Neal, and then cleared by Sinclair. Chasing it is Wang Liping. Rianne Wilkinson comes over to pressure her into making a play. Bertini chasing Zhao Ying. Bertini for Neal. Rianne Wilkinson went right through her legs. I'm not sure if that was the intention or if she slipped in the wet grass. Wang Liping recovered.
I think she was trying to get it to go through her legs, but she slipped and couldn't turn around.
Matheson leaves it for Neal. For Wilkinson. Ball tantalizingly rolling along the line and staying in play. Wang Liping sends it across to Li Ji. Pu Wei. Back they go with it. Wang Liping. In for Sun Wen against Matheson. Timko back, Nonen cleared.
You know, Jerry, off the top we said that every player had to play their best game, and I have to say, looking on this pitch, every single player has played a tremendous game. Every single player on the pitch. Andrea Neal, Diana Matheson, Brittany Timko, Charmaine Hooper, Charolta Nonen, Silvana Bertini came on and played great. Tanya Dennis has done a great job. They have all played a tremendous, tremendous game, and they had to.
China in deep this time. Hooper, though, gets called. Hooper's pleading, and now we'll get the card.
I knew that was going to happen. Charmaine Hooper should know better. I know she was frustrated with that call because she won possession of that ball. There's no way that was a foul, but you know, you can't talk to the referee like that, and she got a yellow card for it. And we look at this run, Charmaine Hooper, watch her get the ball on this play. Touches the ball with the outside of her foot. Terrible call.
Well, they're going to have to live with it now, as China will get a free kick. Look at that, double the fouls. China with a free kick here. Sun Wen to take it. There it goes in, headed away by Sinclair.
You know, Jerry, as I was saying before, Canada's a stronger team, and that sometimes when you're playing against stronger players, the weaker player will go down, and that's not a foul.
Well, it almost appears as though they're looking to find reason to call fouls against the physical team, in this case Canada.
You know, Charmaine has had that problem throughout her whole career. I think she was voted the dirtiest player in the WWC, but she's not a dirty player, she's just a strong player. Look at her, she's one of the strongest players in the world.
Dennis threads one through for Rianne Wilkinson. Ball was out of bounds, though, before Wilkinson made that play. Wang Liping. China continuing to own the ball for the most part. Fan Yunji. Deep. Dennis chasing, and Dennis gets back. Throw into China from Yu Ya Li. No foul that time. A rough collision, however, with Timko. Wilkinson getting away from one player, but can't beat Bijan to that ball.
Oh, but she does. Great tackle there.
Great recovery. Fu Wei. Another foul by Canada. Carl Lang.
As frustrating as it is to this Canadian side getting called, they just have to maintain their composure. They're all getting frustrated. You see Carl Lang getting frustrated. You saw Charmaine Hooper. They just got to maintain their cool.
Well, it's not as if they're a goal down, they're a goal up. So yes, maintain your cool and get out of this thing. The ball sent in there. Swiatek again comes out calmly to handle it with Li Ji right in behind her.
You know, when you watch her going up for these balls, she just keeps her focus on that ball, doesn't let anything distract her, and makes no mistake coming out for those.
Wilkinson tried to set up Lang, but it misfired. Bijan. Sun Wen. Middle. Swiatek again comes out against Bai Ji.
Swiatek the key to this defense right now. She is the last defender back there, and she is cleaning up everything.
Timko. Here's Brittany Timko. Wilkinson streaking, so is Sinclair. Sinclair has it, takes a shot. Getting a hand on it is Han Wen-Sha, a little bit lackadaisical. And China come away with it.
Wow, that almost looked like it went over the line.
Very close play for China. The shot itself didn't look that difficult, but it perhaps had Han Wen-Sha going the wrong way, and she just got a hand out on there. DG sends it forward, knocked the other way by Bertini. Canada now less than 10 minutes plus injury time from a berth in the World Cup semifinals. Matheson to Neal. Neal for Wilkinson against Wang Liping. Wang Liping recovers to Li Ji. Fan Yunji. for Ren Li Ping. To the far side now. Now it's Bi Yan. Neal. Not a great ball that time. It goes right to Zhang Yuying. Canada gets away with that. Here's Bertini.
Bertini could have played that one just a little bit earlier. She had Rhian Wilkinson on that flank.
Substitution for China. Out of the game will come Liu Yali. And into the game is Teng Wei. China has now used all their substitutions. Canada has one left, if they choose to use it. Bertini has come on. Wilkinson has come on. Here's Fan Yunji to the far side.
There's a player out here that's wide open, and I saw her earlier.
And she's got her foot on it, and there's it in front. Oh, they miss it! Two Chinese players right there. Zhang Yuying was tucked down here in the left and the right side. That was offside, I think. And the ball right across the face of the goal, and nobody able to get anything on it. Sun Wen coming out of that hobbled, as you see.
Wow, but I saw Zhang Yuying on this right-hand side, and nobody from the Canadian side saw her on this side, and that was as close as it gets.
Canada not dodging another bullet here. China relentless in their attack. They've come close, unable to get through, and here they come again and again. It's Swiatek out to save it.
Charmaine's ecstatic every time Terrence Swiatek comes out and cleans those up.
Neal tried to head that one forward to Wilkinson, but it was behind her.
Wilkinson is slipping a lot out there. She must not have her six studs on. She probably has multis on.
Wang Li Ping. Letting it go is Bijan, but it goes right to Lang, who knocks it downfield, and way out is Han Wenxia. Could have been a better opportunity for Canada than it turned out to be. China starting to show signs of desperation as they seem to be forcing the issue here a little bit and stepping up their pace. Bertini taken down and fouled, that time by Zhang Yuying. Who had that great opportunity moments ago across the right away.
And here we look at that Zhang Yuying. Oh, that's the foul by Silvana Bertini.
On Silvana Bertini. And here's Nonen then. Geralta Nonen sends it all the way down there. Neal. Wilkinson is there. Sinclair is there. They can't come away with it. Instead, it's Bijan sending it forward. She goes back with it. But here they come. Stepping up there is Timko. Breaking it up momentarily. Li Ji. Hooper heads it away and gets called for the foul against Ren Li Ping, who is down.
That's a terrible call. I have no idea what that call was.
Hooper just came forward and headed the ball.
I have no idea what that call was. Here's a look at Charmaine Hooper running forward for that ball.
She just simply headed the ball.
You see Charmaine, she's not happy with that call.
She has to keep her composure. She's got the yellow card.
That's right.
And here's a free kick and a wonderful spot for Sun Wen.
And we saw one of her shots from that almost that same position in the first half, and it just clipped the top of the crossbar.
Sun Wen to take this free kick. She can score from here. She's done it before. But not this time. Or perhaps justice is served there, because that was an unbelievable call by referee Kari Seitz on Charmaine Hooper.
Charmaine's shaking her head there. Can't believe she got called for that.
We are now inside 5 minutes plus injury time. Here come China. Dennis down into the corner, marking her player. China winning the corner kick.
Solid
It's
defending.
Ren Li Ping. Ma Liangjing will be under the microscope if he comes out of here without a victory. Pellerud has gotten his team as far as they expected they'd get. And he's on the verge of taking them one step farther. Here's Sun Wen with the corner kick. It's a good one, and there's Taryn Swiatek again. Her timing, her confidence, and her ability to grab those balls, unbeatable.
That is the hardest thing for a goalkeeper, to grab those balls in midair on crosses. And I've never seen a goalkeeper as solid as her on those crosses.
Canada will get an opportunity to put it in play here, and they'll take their time. Bertini, police officer in Vancouver. Wilkinson bumping there with Wang Li Ping.
I'm not sure who got the call there.
Well, China come away with it. Li Ji. Ren Li Ping to the far side. Matheson. Canada desperate at the back. Cleared by Bertini. Neal, or pardon me, that was Wilkinson, winning that foul against Fan Yunji. Finally a call going Canada's way. Nonen is up there for this free kick. Here it comes from Sarolta Nonen. She's a Vancouver native. Knocks it in there. Headed back out. Ren Li Ping sends it back to the back line. Wang Li Ping. Zhang Uying. Pu Wei to Wang Li Ping. Matheson recovers for Canada. Henry Neal points and says, just knock it out of there. Wilkinson can't get to it.
Well, at this point in the game, you don't want to play with the ball anywhere in your end. Just get it forward. Let Rianne Wilkinson try and cause some problems in the defensive end for China.
Li Ji. Fan Yunji has time to make a play, elects to go wide left. China using the entire width of this ballpark. That's offside.
Good call by the linesman.
Nonen will take her time as we are now inside 1 minute plus injury time to go. Canada on the verge of knocking off fourth-ranked China. Wilkinson chasing Bai Ji. Wang Li Ping. Forward for Zhang Uying, trying to get around Bertini, and she can't do it. Canada trying to get a last-minute substitution in here. Christina Kiss will come on for Carl Lang. So Carl Lang has done the job for 89 minutes and 40 seconds, and now it'll be Christina Kiss coming on. She's from Ottawa, 22 years old, and Kiss with some more fresh legs for the last couple of minutes of this game.
Canada, important to get some fresh legs on.
2 minutes of injury time, and we are now into that, and that's all that's left for Canada here to get to the semifinal stage in this World Cup. Here's Wang Li Ping into the middle for Bijan. To the far side, China pushing forward. They have been most of this game. There's a strike deflected. and it's still in play, and there's Swiatek again to cover up as Sun Wen. It bounced off her, and she's slow to get up inside the box. She's not hurt though.
I think she's just frustrated. She's been marked tightly. She hasn't been given a lot of space, hasn't gotten a lot of opportunities, and credit goes to the Canadian defense for that.
Here they come again, Li Ji. Watched by Wilkinson. Far side to Wang Liping. Barely keeps it in play. Neal is watching her. Zhang Ouying. She's watched by Bertini, and it's Canada's ball. We've played 1 minute of injury time. Less than a minute to go. Canada on the verge of playing Sweden in the semifinals. It's Germany and the US in the other one. We'll have both of them for you on Sunday here on Sportsnet. Wang Liping has to go back to Li Ji. To the far side. They're still knocking it around back there. Here's a ball forward. Sun Wen against Hooper. Matheson can't win that one. And it's Canada's ball, as coming over the top was Pouet on Diana Matheson. We're down to the last 30 seconds of this game at PGE Park in Portland, home of the quarterfinals here tonight. And the yellow card comes out there from referee Kari Seitz. But it's just about an informality here, or a formality here, pardon me. The ball is sent deep. Wilkinson going up. Here's Neal knocking it forward. And China just about out of time here. This could be the last gasp effort for them as Han Wenjia gets it in play. And there it is, the final whistle. An upset here at the Women's World Cup in the quarterfinals. Canada, ranked 12th in the world, is off to the semis.
Happy, Jerry.
You know what? All victories are sweet, but when they're unexpected, they're twice as sweet.
Well, when the FIFA rankings came out and Canada was ranked 12th, we knew that wasn't the case, and they just proved it here. They can play against any of the best teams in the world. When they're on their game, they can compete against any team.
Well, and we've been wondering, we speculated before this game, based on what we've seen from China lately, are they a team ready to explode or a team in decline?